Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sen, your executive producer here, and I want to thank you all for tuning in. Particularly, I want to thank our $25 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, those being Jeremy Alexander, Samantha Bates, and L, without whom we would do nearly as much as we do now. So, thank you very much for your support over the years. And those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Vampire the Dark Ages. I am Sen, your storyteller for the evening, and I am joined this week by Shawnee.
Hi, I am Shawnee, or William, and I'm playing Cara Valkyria, the Arimain Ill Omen.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Ananias, who is a Setite and fucking evil.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Sabina DeForley, who is a Shamasei surgeon.
And Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack, and for now I'm playing Hyacinthos, who is ancient twink Toreador.
And Holly.
You know it's going to be a good session when someone introduces themselves like that. I'm Holly. I'm playing. Oh, wait, no. Luciana Borgia.
You are still Holly.
I was about to
even
say
on Wednesday
Davina. I'm
nights.
sorry. No, okay. Wrong character. Luciana.
I set you up for that.
What is she? She's a Lasombra.
And Sally.
Hi, I'm Sally, and I'm playing Vina Vojcevic, the Tremere Hedge Witch.
And when last we left off, Hyacinthos got impaled twice in one night. Once with a
I'd
spear.
really like to do it again, given how much blood he's lost.
He left. He had not been back yet. That was last night.
That's fair. Twice in as many nights, then.
Yeah, there we go.
No, he fed before he came back and the group meeting went south.
Yeah.
Okay.
So twice last night.
Yep.
Twice this night in game.
And Luciana has put her foot down, as the path of kings is wont to do, and has demanded that the group sit down and make a fucking plan, to paraphrase. As always, Black Lives Matter and trans rights are human rights. And I'm going to not echo the witty thing I was about to say, because we're here for positivity, except for vampires. So, I
just see the group of them just get walked back in.
Yeah, they get walked back in. Hyacinthos has a hole in his chest. Not a big hole, but like a spear hole.
To be clear, Jeremy, Anais is still naked, right?
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Okay. And Sabina may or may not be.
I remember why, but yeah, I mean that would
because you walked through the sewers.
That's right.
Yeah, because you used your clothes.
You had some weird goo. I'm collecting the weird goo.
To roll back slightly further, yes, before the spearing and everything else, Ananias had gone to check on the Nosferatu that had gone silent and had found a bunch of posed skeletons and a bunch of black.
They're still
ichor. Alive. Yes. Upon bringing the black ichor, to Luciana's home to inspect, it was determined that the black ichor was the flesh of the Nosferatu, having been unraveled off their forms. So the Nosferatu are still alive. They've just been reduced to skeleton and muck.
Yep.
And that was part of what they needed to figure out what to do about. So yes, Anais is still naked. Sabina may or may not still be groping Anais, as the other three are marched back in at Spear Point.
Wait, what?
Do you not remember?
She was cleaning you off.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I think
I had completely forgotten that.
Yeah. She was saying I missed a spot and with
that
people coming back. Yeah, I remember things.
Oh, like a Celine Dion song. It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
And you all walk. Those that had left walk into the sitting room. The doors are closed behind you. The guards remain outside. I
Long
guess
time
also,
no see.
Hyacinthus learned that the guards of the Borgia Manor are undead, animated by
They're
the
a problem.
Cappadocians that run the Borgia.
Not a problem at all.
Kara has the demeanor of an
Hyacinth is just
amused
going to-
cat as she walks back in.
Welcome back.
Make himself comfortable in a chair and bleed all over it.
Well, not really bleed all over it because you're a vampire. You don't really bleed.
Fair. Ooze upon it.
It's sort of just dry, really, at this point.
Damn.
Like there's like a black stain, there's like a black ichor stain around the hole. But unless you are actively spending blood to pump it through your vascular system in order to bleed on the couch, you're not going to bleed on the
Nope.
couch.
No, I need that blood.
I figured.
I'll keep it, please.
I was gonna say I don't know where the pettiness ratio hits here.
Not quite there.
Luciana,
Well,
who remains
that-
standing.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Well, that was a quicker trip for you than I expected.
Yes, and now they're all ready to make a plan.
Made wonderful time, I see.
There's too much going on, and there's too much that this group is doing right now. We need to talk about everything that we want to investigate and make a plan in order of importance.
Do show us how.
What does everyone want to investigate right now? I
Ye-
still need to investigate the oh, what was it called? Was it the
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 Cyclops?
Cyclops.
The
It's like-
loop.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, the Cyclops.
Yes.
The Salubri,
I-
specifically, is the name.
oh, good. I wasn't making that up.
Yes.
I still need to investigate the Salubri. Anyone willing to give me help on that would be very much appreciated. I understand more things are happening in the city right now. What's everyone else's priorities? She will say, staring at the group.
Well, how about we run through just everything, because some things might not be anybody's priorities, but we have the Cyclops. We
So,
have
The full list
The
of
Templar.
the full list of problems in the city currently are the Salubri, who you haven't even identified yet, much less know what he's doing
right.
or know
Mhm.
what they're doing.
We
Uh,
vaguely think that they're teamed up with the Templars.
There's the Knights Templar, who are developing some
Mhm.
form of super weapon that they intend to test on vampires. There is Sobek, also maybe a
Yep.
Spartan, or they might be
Yep.
the same
Quebec
thing in
and
the
or the
sewers.
Spartan.
And there is possibly a Bali that is desecrating key sites in the city, and that has also unraveled a coterie of Nosferatu, whose remains
Which
are in
might
the room.
also be the Salubri.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
could theoretically
Bali
not,
knowledge.
yeah, could theoretically be a Salubri. Seems more like a Bali, but could be a Salubri.
And
There
whoever
is-
whoever has been doing the desecration appears to be having a conversation with someone else who might be that Spartan.
Yes.
Correct.
So those are the big four things.
Sorry, I'm typing everything out.
Yeah.
I feel like there are some other minor things.
Also, Galen.
Those are the
Yeah, I
Oh,
wasn't.
Galen.
I specifically say those things. I do not say Galen. But
Luciana
it is on my
will say
list that I
Galen.
have.
I believe you're also still waiting to hear back from your Cappadocians about inspecting bodies.
Yes, but
Yes,
that's specifically in
bones.
relation to the Knights Templar and or the Salubri. So that's part of that.
And so far, that's the only thing we have going on that.
Well,
Well, we also know they're developing the weapon. Have developed.
The weapon, yes. That's. I mean, the weapon goes in with them, obviously, but
Oh, I misspelled Galen's name.
And of course, as is related to our conversation with Galen, the fact that many different powerful and ancient things are being drawn to this city.
Yes.
it's very vague.
Well, Galen said specifically that things are the eyes of the supernatural world is being drawn to the city because of the events that are coming later in the year. Like that's not technically not a
Yeah.
problem to be solved. That is just a reason why things are occurring.
Mm-hmm. That's why we're all here.
That's why Galen is here, because he wants to watch and see what happens.
We can't hunt everything.
No.
No.
Well, we can't. Anyways,
Well, the top thing that I personally need to deal with is the saloon. What about everyone else?
My deepest concerns are for the Bali.
the
Vale?
Bali is bad. I agree.
My the Knights Templar, the fire weapon. I've seen what fire does.
Also bad.
Those are my two deepest concerns. The rest are
Here's what I would say.
Mm.
All of our situations are equally potentially apocalyptic for Rome. One of them has been very specifically handed down from our leaders. And while technically that was handed down to Luciana, they know you are all on this with us. Therefore, if it doesn't get solved, it's not just falling on us.
How do we help you find the salubri?
That is a fantastic question. I would
we-
love ideas on.
Yes, we do not have a lot to go on this. That's why I'm saying we need to investigate. I will be investigating this.
You know, we could. I don't disagree that splitting resources is bad.
Yes,
Or is-
if we would like to, if half of us would like to investigate one thing and the other half would like to follow lead on something else, and then we could regroup at like the end of each night or the beginning of each night, then we could do it like that.
how many nights do you suppose we have?
I'm not sure.
Less than we want.
That is the driving force at the moment. The enemy of all of us.
Yeah, you haven't been
Time.
Less than we want and
Yeah.
probably less than we need.
yeah, you haven't been given a time limit, so you would assume before it becomes a problem.
I would say the Salubri and the Knights Templar personally are the two highest priority because fire weapon burn all bad.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm also concerned about the Bowie.
Same.
Given that the smell of the Nosferatu flesh is inescapable in this room.
Then remind me what we know about Cyclops Salubri specifically.
You know that the Salubri is you know that the Salubri is in town. There seems to only be one of them as far as anyone has reported. And that's about it. You were tasked with finding information about them and seeing what's going on where they are.
For clarity,
Okay.
Yeah.
what do we know about that specific faction
Oh,
of
the clan as a
Salubri? Because
whole?
I know
Okay.
lots of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I know is different from what.
Go ahead and give me intelligence and either history or occult.
I know what's been established as far as Kara's.
I don't recall
Inclination,
any of
but-
that.
Academics, you mean?
Sorry,
There's no history
Yeah,
skill.
academics, yes, not history.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be better at occults than academics. So I'll go ahead and roll.
I
and see if
run
I can get
games in too many
extra.
systems. History is everywhere
The-
except here.
Yep.
What was the difficulty?
Diff 6.
And a success. I might know a little bit more than I currently do.
I'm guessing this is not something we can spend willpower on.
No, you cannot will
I just-
yourself
yeah.
to. You cannot will yourself to have paid more attention in class 10 years ago.
What's the attribute on this?
Intelligence and occult, or intelligence and academics.
Okay.
In the back of my head, my cult of ecstasy mages say, "Fuck you, I can." But
Are
this
you a
is
cult-
not
I was
that.
about to say, are you a
So-
cult of
Nice.
ecstasy mage?
I was gonna say no. This is not that. One on occult.
4 successes on a
Because if you were playing a cult of ecstasy mage, it'd be a different role entirely.
I mean, if you will let me play a mage in this game,
Yes, but you
boy.
have to be a vampire.
so a Tremere, that doesn't
It's a
count.
Tremere.
Well,
I'm just saying there could absolutely be a mage who is somebody's ghoul. It's a thing. But also that would make it a headache for you. So
yes. I'm already mixing up systems as it is. I don't need to mix up 2 different systems in the same game.
that is absolutely fair.
Okay, so we have 1 success, 2 success, 4 success, 2 success, 1 success. All right, so the 1 success. So Anais and Kara. So you know that the Salubri are separated into castes. You know that they have the healer caste, the warrior caste, the watcher caste, each of which tend to be referred to in different ways, and that they all present slightly differently from one another. The warrior caste are referred to as Cyclops because their particular disciplines tend to cause them to produce a third eye in the middle of their forehead. You know that the warrior caste are referred to as warriors because they are not one of them has been embraced before they've seen their share of battle. They were forged on the fields of battle as warriors, as humans, and then were embraced by the Salubri typically for a specific purpose. You know that the Salubri are sort of at odds with the rest of vampire kind on a philosophical level. You know that they and you know that they tend to not. They tend to be very strict about their moral paths. The Salubri are not the kind of people that follow the path of sin or the path of kings. They tend to follow moralist objectives, and thus all of their opposition to other vampires tends to stem from a moral perspective rather than from anything else. So with that understanding, whether or not
That's
they would
leading me somewhere.
whether or not they would work with the Templars is up for debate.
Right, for sure. Cool.
For 2 successes for Hyacinthos and Vina. Very rarely do warriors work alone, but very rarely do they work with a large number of other vampires. So typically, if there is a Salubri in a town, there are going to be 2, maybe 3 Salubri total in that town at any given time. The other 2 casts work in larger groups normally, but the warriors tend to be either solo or with 2 or 3 other people. Vina, you know that the Salubri are a clan that is cut into 3, not just socially, but mystically as well. There is a mystical aspect to their separation. And it's not sure whether or not that is why the warriors tend to work more isolated than the other two casts, or if there's some other reason. But that it was referred to as a Cyclops means that it's definitely a warrior. And because of both the way they operate and this sort of mystical inclination, there's probably not going to be very many other Salubri in the city. And so that was Vina and Hyacinthos.
There's a 4 in there.
And Luciana with 4. So all the previous. You know that historically, Tremere have done a very good job of dealing with Salubri, because most Salubri power comes from a martialist aspect, particularly in the warrior cast. They are not very good at dealing with spellcasting or with blood magic.
Salubri are not?
Yeah, they're not very good at least the warrior cast are not very good at dealing with blood magic. They tend to need to get up close and personal to kill you. They tend to shy away from bow and arrows. They tend to focus on sword play as their primary method of attack, which is why, historically, the Tremere have been particularly effective at dealing with them, and setting traps have been particularly effective at dealing with Salubri. The trick is that in response to that, the Salubri as a whole have gotten very good at staying off other people's radar. The fact that it is known that the Salubri is here means that his presence was either divined out magically, or he fucked up, or he wanted people to know he was here.
Do we know how we know that there's a Salubri here?
All you know is that you've been told there's a Salubri in the city.
Okay.
And given what you know about them, if there was more known, then you would have been told.
Okay.
So most likely, leaning more on either their presence was divined, or they wanted people to know that they were there.
Okay.
For all the psychological aspects of the impact that might have. So that's what you all.
Everybody for info.
Yeah, because
Cool.
Sabina didn't roll. So.
Nope.
So if I have a thought, and
Yes.
it's not 100%, but perhaps it would allow us to consolidate some of our investigation paths. The theory: the Salubri's in town. Odds are, I would say, solid that they're here for somebody. There's a Bali in town. Odds are probably pretty good that they're here for the Bali, if they know the Bali is here. It could be a reason why they're coming into the city to hunt.
And I will clarify, Luciana, as far as your orders, you were never specifically ordered to kill the Salubri. Just to let the potential problem of an Arimane deal with the potential problem of Salubri in whatever manner that presents itself. So, if it ends up being help the Salubri and they leave, that would be a valid result.
So if the Salubri is difficult to find, the fact that we've uncovered a Bali means they're less hard to. This one will be less hard to find. So that's how we find the Salubri.
And Kara's not saying anything in this particular conversation, but she has expressed previously that she is disinclined to think ill of the Salubri because she sees them as generally honorable.
Eh.
We catch the Bali and then
I wouldn't say we catch the Bali.
We let them lead us.
We find the Bali, we use the Bali as bait to bring us to the Salubri. Or if we find the Salubri first, we find out if they're here to kill the Bali, and then we help them kill the Bali. The Bali goes away, and crisis averted, oligarchy saved.
well, if I can pull the Nosferatu back enough together to answer questions, we might get some more clues that way.
Essence does not bring up again that he already had a lead on the Bali that he was trying to get to
Yes.
before it went away. Because he's seen where that gets him.
That's fair.
Nobody cares.
At least 2 other people cared.
I mean, I am excited to see you try to put them together again. We did get them in the bowl, right?
Yes. It's all in there.
Most of it's in there.
I should point out, how do you intend to put them together again if you don't have the skeleton the flesh went on?
I just need a mouth.
A mouth with no muscles to move it?
There will be enough there.
That's just an upsetting sentence.
Yes.
That is both fascinating and horrifying on levels I have not encountered yet.
I mean this in the most respectful way, out of nothing but sheer academic curiosity. Can I watch?
Yes. Like I said, asked before, is there a room that is soundproof? I don't think it's going to be happy about the situation it's in.
That is a fair point.
Are any of the rooms in my house soundproof?
Several of them.
Okay.
So
Occasionally,
probably.
you do need to
Okay.
torture someone.
Probably.
This is the Borgia.
Oh yeah, no. There are several utility rooms, as they're referred to in the house.
Utility rooms.
Hyken just said out loud that he was going after the Bali, right? Or something?
Oh, he
Okay.
said that long before he left the room the first
Okay.
time.
Yep.
Okay.
And then he was bullied back here and he's been quiet ever
Right.
since.
Mhm.
Our objectives are set out then. We find this Bali, which we have a lead.
Yes, that's time sensitive.
Yes.
Hi again, Toast, darling.
Oh, I'm busy.
Sorry.
So you're going to act
Luciana
like
and
a
I
little
need
brat.
to talk.
Oh, all right.
Point me where they're.
I'm no longer available for traipsing across Rome to look in Templar hidey holes, but you all feel free.
Right. Off this way, please. I feel
Okay.
like as a handmaiden, I know some soundless
Yeah.
words.
Oh yeah. No, you know where the utility rooms are.
Also, as Anais, even if she didn't, she would have found some for her own purpose at some point. Off this way, thank you.
Okay. I'm following along.
Kara, would you accompany me then?
Certainly. Assuming the lady of the house has no further need of us, she says, dripping with sarcasm.
None at all.
Then let's get going.
All right.
Once it's just Hyacinth and Luciana in the room, he leans forward onto his knees and says, onto his elbows
Mm.
and says, elbows on his knees, it makes sense. It's okay. I'm going to talk, and I'm going to say words that you are not going to like, and you are going to listen to them
Mhm.
because because once you hear them, they will help you accomplish the things that you want to accomplish.
Mhm.
Do we understand?
I'm not sure I'll have many responses, but I will let you say everything first. Go ahead.
You want to be the boss, but so far you have been an embarrassment. No one will follow you if you are an embarrassment to be seen being followed. When you make decisions, you need to make them. You need to not say them after a bunch of people wandering away. You need to stop using your name like a child throwing a temper tantrum and start having substance of your own. You need to, oh, fuck, I had everything all planned out. What are the other things?
I have no
She's
idea.
been doing a lot of shit. She's been doing a lot of shit that just looks like baby talk to my notes. You need to, most importantly, develop some confidence. I have watched you sit back and expect things sorry, thinking is really hard right now.
Pregnancy brain.
And not try anything because it looks like you expect to fail. No one will follow that. Grow a backbone. I will not let you embarrass me. I will play ball. But you need to be worth playing ball with.
I'm trying to think of what
You're not
sport.
going to get anyone following you until you do that.
I'm trying to think of what sport Hyacinth is referring to when he says play ball in this context, because I don't think baseball exists yet.
No, I'm just rolling with it.
No, I know.
We'll
There are
just pretend it's
there are several
something.
Greek sports that involve a ball.
Absolutely. No, I'm not saying that it's not necessarily anachronistic. I just don't know which sport you'd be referring to.
I don't either. It's
Football.
something.
Are you done?
Your name means nothing until you earn it. Give me a way to stop being embarrassed by you, and I will follow you. And he leans back.
First of all, I tried saying what we needed to do, and you were the one who started walking away. I said we needed to stop and make a plan. You were the one not listening to me. I went after you. I grew a backbone. I fought back, and now you're pissed.
No, I need it to continue.
And it will. And you don't have to follow me or come with me if you are embarrassed by me. You're the one who decided to do it. I didn't force you.
I'm not talking about where I choose to spend my time. I'm talking about your power play.
I'm
If you
working on it.
want to be in power, you need to hold it.
This is the first time I've been given any form of responsibility, and I'm working on it.
I can tell. I need to not be able to tell. Will you
Okay.
accept help?
Yes.
Then I think we can work together. Now I'm going to go hunting because I am no good to you right now.
All right. Have fun.
He'll stand up, squeeze her shoulder gently. Just, I'm glad we've talked now. And heal up his wound, which was, wait, I decided.
Out of curiosity, by the way, does anyone want to go get armor if they don't have it already?
Sakar's already wearing
yes.
armor.
It would be very nice to have armor.
That'd be
Yeah.
That's a thing
I
that you
don't-
can go get.
Okay. I would.
Kara is the only person who showed up in armor.
It's Renaissance Italy. They have armor available.
I'm gonna go head out and hunt again. I've already used my herd though, so I don't know that I can lean on that
Her
again.
just adds dots to your hunting roll. That's all it
Okay.
does. So, all right. Well, we're gonna start with Sabina and Anais in the soundproof room.
Okay. And she begins
Yeah,
prepping
shut the door.
stuff.
I
now.
guarantee nobody will hear any screams in here.
Wonderful. We get ready. She's gonna start prepping stuff for this. I think I rolled last time to like determine that this was a possibility.
Yes. Yeah. It's just flesh crafting. It's just a question of your
Yeah.
skill.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What kind of roll am I making for this?
Which flesh crafting ability are you using?
Well, I think I was gonna use pull up my thing here. Because I've got 4 dots in vicissitude now, so presumably,
Also,
I
just
think
fun fact for everyone playing, the Salubri the Salubri clan specific road for the warriors is called the Path of Samael.
Interesting.
The code of Samael.
Still interesting.
And its ethics are of vindication and righteousness.
there we go. I think I'm using Transmogrify the Mortal Clay because there's no osseous form left here. But I am trying to shape this pile of goo into something that can answer questions.
If you need, we can get some sticks and like just stick it in so there's some little bit of form.
Yes, I'm curious about that. There are ways to graft.
Wonderful. I'll go get some dowels from the kitchen.
Right.
Yeah. It's the code of Samiel, because Samiel is the child that led to the warrior caste.
Isn't Salat the one that the Shamir ate?
Interesting choice of name. Yes,
Well,
Salat
because
was the
Salat is the original antediluvian. Samiel was one of Salat's childers.
I'm saying interesting choice of name because the real world origin of that name.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the real world?
Probably why it was so easy for the Tremere to get them labeled as demon worshippers.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Samiel's an archangel, isn't he?
Samael is another name for Satan.
Ah,
Yeah, Samael is one of Satan's archangel
he's a,
names.
He's a Satan. Got it.
Yep.
He's a Satan.
There are
He
so
is a
many.
Satan.
Well, he is associated with Satan and sometimes considered to be the same person. The name it's complicated.
Because any kind of naming around that.
In the Shin Megami Tensei series, Satan has like 6 different forms that you can summon at various different points. So like it's another Satan. Got it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It is one of the many names associated occasionally with Satan.
Asmodeus, Beelzebub, blah
Mhm.
blah
Yeah,
blah
yeah,
blah 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 blah.
But Samael is usually the angelic name that
Samael-
associates with like the accuser.
Correct.
Samael
Which is
and
why it's the warrior
Lucifer
name.
are both the pre-fall names.
I'm just saying it's a very unfortunate name, like being named, I don't know.
Damien.
Adolf.
Yeah, I was trying to find another name, but yes, Adolf.
So you're doing Transmogrify the Mortal Clay, Sabina?
Yes. Yeah.
Alright, so go ahead.
Assuming that will do what I want it to.
Spend a blood point and roll dexterity and bodycrafts.
Okay.
I come back quickly
what's-
with dowels.
Yeah.
It's going to
What's
be
my-
difficulty 9.
Okay. All right.
Because
Spend a
willpower,
blood point
willpower,
first.
Do not have
willpower.
Yeah. Oh
discretion.
yeah. Yeah. I'm doing this.
And one success will not be enough.
Okay. Let me do
Can't be
my
an
blood point stuff
extended?
first.
It can be an
Because if you're
extended.
taking time to mold,
It can be an extended check. You can make it a couple. You can make a few different checks if you need to.
Okay.
There will be, the longer it takes, there will be problems though.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I am going to spend a willpower for
Because
this
it's-
as well.
Which you'll find out after your first roll.
Okay. So I'll spend a willpower and then it is dexterity and bodycraft.
Yes, dexterity bodycrafts. Diff 9.
You could also, I will point out, if you spend a couple turns beforehand, I don't know how many blood you can spend per turn, but you can pump that blood into your dexterity
Ooh,
to
that's
raise
Yes.
your dexterity.
Yeah, you could
That'd
raise your
be a good
dexterity
idea,
up
actually.
to your generational max if you wanted to, which would be
okay.
a number of
You can
rounds.
you can even extend it beyond that by 3, but those only last for until you stop spending blood.
Okay.
Or a couple of turns
Uh,
after, anyway.
Yeah, a couple
Let's
turns
see.
after.
I'm 11th generation.
So 5.
What's
So
the-
your max is 5.
Okay. I'm at
And you-
3 right now, so I can bump it up by 2 by basically
Yep.
spending 2 blood.
Get it to 5.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
And
so-
those last the entire scene.
Okay. Yeah.
And so then you can
All
roll with a higher
right.
dexterity check. With a higher dexterity score.
Okay. All right.
Which of
can I
course just
do it
means
with
it's more dice for
modifiers?
you to roll ones with.
All right. Diff 9, 2 modifier. Modifiers adds an extra die,
will-
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I spent a willpower.
Mhm,
So,
one
Yep.
success automatically. So you're not going to
Yep.
botch, which is good because botching would kill them.
All right, here we go.
Eh,
I will note for
That
reference.
wouldn't be a bad thing, though.
You can actually go 1 dot higher than your generational maximum for the scene.
Oh, you
Because
can?
if you're already at your generational max, there's no other reason to spend blood for that
Fair.
kind of thing.
that's
Anyways,
2.
one success or 2 successes. So with 2 successes, you begin to form, you begin to shape the flesh, and as you do, you feel heat transferring from the flesh to your fingertips,
Mm,
and you get one mouth formed. You don't have enough. You haven't finished enough material to actually give it the utility that it would need to make sound.
Okay.
But the mouth that you have formed, instantly, as soon as it is capable of doing so, twists into a silent scream.
Yep.
Something else is in this, not just the Nosferatu.
Oh, it's mixed up with something.
something that feels wrong to the touch. Even for you.
Like
Adulterate.
something what? Like
I
a
don't know what
rat
it
that was
is.
down there.
It
A
doesn't.
Borgia we haven't caught. We haven't noticed it's missing yet. Um.
Give me a
Uh.
this will be a weird one, but give me a wits and medicine.
Okay.
Difficulty 9.
All right.
See if you can identify what this poor bastard is mixed with.
Yeah.
Poor bastards.
I'll spend a willpower on this as well. Why not? Let's spend them.
Remember, this is a generalized collection of goop, not just
Yeah.
one.
Can I spend a willpower on this? Actually?
Yes, yeah, you can spend willpower.
Okay. Yeah, I'll spend a willpower. So 2.
With 2 successes, it's supernatural, but not a vampire.
It's it's not a vampire. It's something supernatural.
Sabina, did you get sorcerer into my vampire soup?
How would I have done that?
I don't know. You're the one messing around with it. I'm joking. I know you didn't do it.
Yeah. Okay. I need to concentrate.
You could both make me intelligence and occult difficulty 6.
Okay.
No willpower on this.
Okay.
1.
Occult. Where's occult again? Ooh, 1.
For both of you, one thing comes to mind when you think supernatural, not vampire, associated with a Bali.
You're gonna have to clue me in on that.
There
one
a
thing.
demon in this?
Demon.
Oh.
Excuse me, I'm grabbing the bowl, taking it away from you. And I'm taking it as far to the outback as we have, somewhere nice and secluded, out of the way from everywhere. And while we're walking, I just grab a torch off the wall.
What are you doing?
I am
Why?
how to put it?
Exercising the demon.
Yeah, I was trying not to do that reference. He looks at you and just says, I'm the handmaiden. This is a dirty bowl. I need to clean it.
Okay.
I just walk out to
I'm following.
wherever secluded,
Yeah, absolutely.
set it down. While we're walking, like since I only have 2 hands, can you grab a torch also?
Yeah.
Thank you. Set it down, take the torch from you, and just I'm gonna torch what's in this bowl.
So we will need to make a rot Shrek roll because you are setting something on fire. Even if you can
Fine.
stand the torch, setting something on fire is viscerally upsetting for vampires. So both of you need to make a rot Shrek
That is
roll.
absolutely fair. What is the diff for
I am
torch?
looking it up right now.
I know it's not high.
Yeah, no.
I do love whatever information we could have gotten out of this thing is no longer worth it now that we know it's demon tainted.
Nope. There is. Even if we can get information, it will lie to us.
But we could have.
No, it will lie to us.
It's gonna be diff 5.
Okay.
5.
So,
What kind of roll is?
Courage.
It is a
Courage?
courage roll. Diff 5 courage.
Oh.
You can spend 1 willpower to maintain control if you fail.
Correct.
All right.
And
Yeah,
I think
that tracks.
You can spend a willpower on the roll as well.
Oh, there.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna save my willpower right now.
I mean, I give a little bit of a fuck because I think you need like
3.
5 successes
Yeah,
total to
five successes is
completely
the
beat it.
yeah 5 successes is the complete ignore.
We're good for this turn, at
but
least.
you're both fine for now. So you
Yep.
set the torch into the bowl of flesh.
Yep.
And it doesn't burn.
Oh no.
You watch that mouth that was formed. It's moving its lips as if it's screaming in agony, but it does not burn.
Was that supposed to do something?
You get the most withering glare.
Visible?
It was supposed to burn it. It's still a vampire kind. The vampire with a demon, and of course, fire is not going to work.
You're not certain if sunlight would work on it.
Oh God.
It will probably be in pain the entire time, but not die.
Oh
In
God.
fairness, that does make it really funny. Um,
The ultimate hell for a vampire.
oh,
I don't know if I know anything about demons.
I'm just going.
Make
I'm
an
basing
intelligence
what.
and occult
Yeah,
roll. Make an intelligence and
Okay.
occult roll, Sabina. You might know
I will
something.
do. I've
That's
been
fine.
going basically off. Actually, can I use theology instead?
You could use theology instead. Yes, absolutely.
They are
I
the
have
same.
either.
I just like using theology.
Absolutely.
instead.
Div 6?
Div 6, yep.
Ooh, 2. I
2
have
1.
gone to church.
Again, 1.
So you know that demons are
Yeah.
supernatural creatures. You know they are things that exist. You know that the Bali specifically, Anais, you know the Bali specifically are known to track with them, or at least believed to track with them.
Right.
Yeah. If if like a demon is mixed in here, or somebody that was possessed by a demon is mixed in here, then the demon's properties are seemingly lending some level of durability to the rest of the flesh.
Ooh.
Which is probably why it even continues to live outside of the
Sabina.
skeleton.
Dearest, darling Sabina,
Yes.
do you know of any priests in this city?
Yes.
Actual priests.
Yes.
I mean, you all know one.
That's what I say. We all know one priest.
I don't. I've never talked to him.
I mean, you know of him.
Yes. No, I go and pray regularly.
Because I think we need holy water.
All right. Yes, that makes sense.
Let me rephrase that. We need holy water to be used on this.
Yes.
I will clean this bowl one way or another.
All right. I can go get some.
Wonderful. Do you remember where down below? No, that's that's not a good idea either.
Don't bring the demon into your own temple.
Don't bring the demon in the temple, but also don't bring holy water. Don't bring a surefire weapon against vampires into the Borgia's home. So
Also maybe don't bring the demon to Sobek.
That one too.
I mean, look, sometimes if you need to deal with Godzilla, you just throw King Kong, you throw him in King Kong's path.
Yeah, but you don't want to infect Godzilla with a King Kong virus is the thing.
What's the worst guy? No, yeah, for sure. The fountain.
The Trevi fountain?
Underground, yes. The area under the fountain.
The apartments.
Vicus Caprarius.
Yes.
Is where you want me to bring the holy
The holy
water.
water, yes.
Okay.
Because that's
Uh,
where I'm going. That's where I'm going to bring my bowl of blandis.
And
And like two other guys.
and other no, there were like 6 other Nosferatu down there. It's Blandis
Bowl
and
of blandis
associates.
and 5 people who
Yeah, but
don't
who knows
matter.
who made it into this one?
Yeah, bowl of Blandis
There
and
might be
associates.
0% blandis.
Bola Blandis et al.
Like
Plus-
a research paper.
Plus demon.
Plus Steven.
Yep.
Bowl of blandis. Now with demon.
Yeah, now with fresh
No.
demon.
Yes, go get the holy water. Meet me there.
yes.
We will deal with this problem.
All right.
All right.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, yes.
Vina and Kara, you head across town. You were also there when you first came across these Templars, so you know. After Hyacinthus could very easily have pointed you in the
Yeah.
direction.
They know where to go.
Yeah,
It was not difficult directions to give.
And so very quickly, you find yourselves across town, looking at a barrel that sits atop a trapdoor.
Would you like me to go first?
Yeah, Vina looks at it, looks at you, looks at the crossbow, looks at her stick, and then just gestures.
Kara will move the barrel.
Open the trapdoor. As soon as you open the trapdoor, just a waft of gore just comes out towards you.
They certainly know how to leave a mark. She will climb down.
Climb down the surprisingly dry ladder. And once you're down there, and once you follow, yeah, you both find yourselves in what Hyacinthus described, a storage room turned abattoir. Whatever was like, you could tell there is enough blood and various bits of shredded body parts to tell you that there was probably about a half dozen people that got torn apart in this room, along with the room itself.
There's also Greek written on the wall, ancient Greek.
Yep, ancient Greek written on the wall.
Is
These were
is
the
it?
Templars, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can both give me wits and wits and investigation, difficulty 6, to sort of see what else you might be able to find in here, and also whatever your question was, Sally.
Is the message written in blood or a different substance?
It's written in blood, yeah. It's definitely like clawed into the wall, though.
As Kara sort of kneels down and starts to inspect, she will look over. Well, Honored Volva, what does your wisdom portend?
So with 2 on your investigation, Kara, this was definitely a storage room for something. You're seeing indications that there were some amount of some amount of metallurgy happening in here. Some kind of laboratory. They were working on something, but you're not quite sure what. There's not enough evidence left behind. Vina, you're also getting a distinct lack of glass, or broken glass, broken metal. Everything that's in here is broken wood, scarred stone, and the remains of the Templars. So you kind of get the sense that whatever was in here was either moved out undamaged, or was out of here long enough before the attack that it didn't get damaged in the attack. Based on the size of equipment, like size of certain like indentations and like evidence of things being around, this was definitely at least a decently equipped laboratory space. but you're not sure what they were working on. The smell of gore sort of covers up any other smells you might have tried to find.
But there's broken glass indicates no like
A lack of broken glass means that there
yeah.
was no the laboratory equipment was
in
not
here
damaged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow large equipment left peacefully.
Yeah. So Vina walks around, goes specifically to the message, and then just runs a finger down one of the letters and rubs it against her tongue. Is it human? Is it vitae, or is it something else?
Human blood.
Okay.
Looking at the give me an intelligence and intelligence and enigmas or hearth wisdom. Difficulty 6.
We're gonna go with hearth wisdom. Difficulty 6. 4 successes.
Kara, what kind of weapon do you have?
Longsword.
Is it a
technically it's a Viking blade. It's not the same literal pattern as a longsword, but it's a similar enough weapon.
Would it be more like a single-handed sword?
It's hand and a half. It can be used one or two-handed, primarily. Yeah.
So, Vina, given the amount of looking at the claw marks in this room, whatever tore up the people in the room had massive claws, about the size of a gladius, you would imagine. Given the depth of some of the scars, and it definitely didn't use a weapon. It came in here with claws and possibly a tail.
Yeah,
I assume
yeah.
accused a were crocodile.
Yeah. Are there any? I know that we're going by the claw marks. Are there any claw marks into like the walls that are show enough to? Okay.
Yeah, no. He definitely you can tell that he definitely blew apart at least a couple of Templars, hard enough that his claws hit the wall on the other side of the Templar.
Okay.
Yeah,
she's just trying because it's easier to show on a structure than a body.
Absolutely.
I believe this was our Spartan friend, if that is what
those claw marks do seem consistent with one of the changings.
That those claws would have to be at least the size of a gladius.
One of the changers.
One in the same. Perhaps this Subak that Anais keeps mentioning.
The words. Do you speak the language or read the text?
Oh, Hyacinth had shared their meaning. If anybody wrote it down.
Yes, I did.
Your move,
Elazar. Hyacinthos mentioned that it was your move, Elazar, which is...
This is not the primary practice of my home, but perhaps... She looks around and sees if there's anything like a large strip of leather or anything that might be about the size of the words that are etched here.
No leather, but there's certainly like cloth or wood that you could use she's
trying to see if she can find something to make like a charcoal rubbing of like this. Get the handwriting down.
You could do that with wood.
She needs something. She needs something that's pliable enough that can be placed against it and have the shape of the letters rubbed in case someone recognizes.
That would.
There's cloth.
The letters are written in blood, so like it wouldn't. There's a little bit of claw mark behind them, but like you would want to trace it rather than trying to do a rubbing, because the blood would just splatter.
Okay, then yeah, she'll try and trace it then.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me dexterity and crafts. Difficulty 6.
All right. Dexterity, craft. And my celerity gives me more dex bonus. Discipline 4.
I would also.
Oh, motherfucker!
Wow. You've got the words.
Tens and ones.
You've got the words written down. They're just not a 1-to-1 for handwriting. You're not necessarily gonna be able to match handwriting to this.
Now, this is where Vina does have eidetic memory, so she will be able to recreate this alphabet again, if need be.
Okay. Is there a roll? Hang on, there's probably a roll for that. Let me check.
For eidetic memory now.
There might be a role for arting it out again later,
Yeah.
but she'll remember it.
I just want to double check. In stressful or dangerous situations, it's a perception alertness, but this is not dangerous.
Mm.
All right, yeah. Anything else that you're looking for while you're there?
Is there any sign that there are claw marks on the walls, which indicates that the attacking happened in here? Is there any sign that there was any fight back?
Not that you can tell, but given the amount of damage done to the Templar sides, you're not certain that any sign of fight back would have survived. Give me a wits, and what's your highest combat skill?
My highest combat skill will be my melee.
Go and give me wits and melee. Difficulty 6.
With Vina's aspects.
Mhm.
Well, after
There we
this is
go.
done.
With 4 successes, it's like sort of like doing a quick battlefield analysis of the scene. You figure they definitely probably fought back, but this guy, the person they were fighting, was able to blow through them in one hit hard enough to hit the wall. So any sort of damage that they would have done would have been covered up by their subsequent deaths. You would have to see the person they were fighting to sort of get lots of any evidence of if they actually successfully tried to fight back or not.
Yeah, there's no like spent or broken crossbow quarrels or anything like
no,
that.
there's no. Yeah, they probably were using. They probably didn't get a chance to go for a gun.
Yeah.
It was probably swords and then dead. You are not noting any weaponry on the ground. So the person that attacked them probably cleared out their gear too.
Can I know this is probably a long shot, but can I attempt to suss through the smells to see if they drew any blood in the fight?
Perception and awareness. Or sorry, perception alertness. Difficulty 9.
I would like to use my aspects on this.
Go ahead. So drop it by how many?
2.
So that'll take it down from diff 9 to diff 7.
7.
Two successes.
With 2 successes, you can detect multiple scents that aren't just the gore. As you sort of sift through it, you're not getting any additional scent of blood, but there is like sort of an oily smell. Not like oiled leather smell.
Okay, not like the oil that she smelled the other night
Correct.
with the
Yeah,
Templar
yeah,
weapon.
yeah.
Okay.
that seems to be more recent.
Would you have to take care of your own tools when you live out in the woods? Would this be reparative, like linseed oil used to keep leather?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it smells like the sort of oil you use to keep leather in like leather gear in good condition.
Okay.
And the smell is stronger in one particular corner of the room and more recent than the gore. It's something that came in. That's something that came in after.
I may potentially have a scent lead, but I don't know if it is peculiar enough to stand out against the other scents of the city if we were to get close.
It depends. What is it that you smell?
And oils used for maintaining leather armor and the such. It might be difficult.
Linseed or olive?
1 second. Go ahead and give me a intelligence and hearth wisdom, difficulty 7.
Nothing.
Not olive oil, but you're not certain what kind of. It's definitely a plant-based oil. You're not certain which kind though, but not olive.
It is derived from some form of plant, but it is not olive oil. I would recognize the unctuousness of that. This is
Then
different.
it may indeed stand out considering where we reside. From my understanding, the chief oil used in the city is olive oil.
Well, that definitely changes things. And she will point out the location.
Olive oil wouldn't be used. Olive oil would be used for certain things, but olive oil softens leather. It wouldn't be the oil you'd use for leather armor in any context.
We might be able to find the scent at a later point. In any event, we can fairly solidly find that whoever felt the need to do this. I wonder why Elazar. Why are dead Templars a message for Elazar? If Elazar is, as we are assuming, a Bali, what concern would they have for the actions of the Templars?
This might be jumping through hoops a little bit, but he's taunting him, killing his prey before he gets to them.
Perhaps. Though I feel, as cunning as the Bali are, they know better than to throw themselves at masses of Templars.
I suppose it depends on how far down the derangement path you have gone.
This is fair. And how confident you are in your abilities.
Yes,
Since
the
you're thinking about it,
cockiest of asshole will do anything.
you can give me intelligence and enigmas, difficulty 7.
Keep calling for knowledges I don't have at the moment.
Enigmas is solving puzzles. That's what I like. With with 2 successes, Vina, the wording would imply that this wasn't prey. The wording would imply that this was part of a plan that this Elazar had, and that plan was stopped. With 1 success, Kara, you'd get that too. With 2 successes, Vina, the only thing you know about the Bali so far, the theoretical Bali, is that he is doing desecrational activities, and that the Templars possibly are are either involved with or a part of his plan. You don't know enough about the Templars culturally to have an idea what that might entail.
I don't know entirely why they are important or why they would be of any necessity to our poly friend, but I believe that the message says that our reptilian friend,
Yes, our theoretical opponent wanted these Templars alive, and the killing and brutalizing of them would theoretically be a setback in his plans.
correct. Interesting.
Which means
Games within games.
if we pursue the Templars, we may find the Bali.
We may also find our the giant changing crocodile walking around.
He may not need to be an enemy.
No, however, all three of our major problems are coming to a head in a single knot. I believe it is best
So
for us to investigate that.
I imagine Anais may push that scale. The fear that she has for this creature.
I cannot say that I have come face to face with many shifters in my time, but I know the tales of those before me, and I know to run rather than be foolish and stay within the same city as them. But you have asked my hand in this, thus I stay.
The very few times that I have come across their paths, it has been at a distance. And they were not reptilian.
In any case, this is I don't want to say a dead end, but a cold trail for the moment.
But it does tell us that our problems converge upon the Templars.
And it gives us motives other than they wish to fuck with each other.
My initial suspicions that the Salubri are Borgia benefactor seeks and the Templars are acting independently grow stronger. I find it difficult to believe that a Salubri would be involved with anyone who might be important to the Bali, assuming they are not in fact the same people, but the desecration that we have seen does not seem like the style of a Salubri warrior.
I've never had the pleasure to grace the same hollow as one, so I will take your word for that.
They are honorable and direct warriors, which puts them at odds, like myself, with most of the rest of vampire society.
This is all good information. We should divulge this to the others as soon as possible. Perhaps it would be useful to use the others as a springboard.
All right.
Let us make our way back.
How are you going to hunt? How are you going out hunting?
Um,
Bang your way through Rome, I'm assuming.
yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna find somebody desperate and just like drain them.
Just juice box someone. Right. Appearance and performance. Either appearance and performance or appearance and expression.
Are you gonna heal those wounds before you do that?
They
I
already-
did.
They already did.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Plus,
Appearance and
adding
either
your
performance or expression.
adding your herd die, and that'll be a difficulty 6. Three successes, 3 points of blood back.
Okay.
All right. Luciana, everyone else has gone off to do things. What are you doing?
At this point, she was going to go find Anais and Sabina.
Okay. So we'll say, Anais, you were heading to the Trevi Fountain, but you had already gone to the back end of the house. I assume, Sabina, where are you going to find your holy water?
Any sort of nearby church.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll say then that you would run into Luciana on your way out of the out of the manor.
Mhm.
So, Luciana, you run into Sabina, hurrying her way towards the exit.
So, it's a little
What's-
bit more complicated than I thought it was going to be, and we need holy water. Excuse me.
Okay. Looking for Anais now.
Anais is nowhere to be found.
Well, presumably she would
To
have
be
to stop and
fair,
get clothes.
That is exactly what I was going to
That's
say.
fair, actually.
She makes it almost to the door, like to the door to the streets, and it's like, oh, right, and then turns around, heads to her
In the-
quarters to get
In that
clothes.
case, yeah, you'll find Anais in her quarters as she's getting dressed.
Yep.
Oh, good. Your friend clothes on.
Yes, I remembered. I technically need them.
What's happening? I ran into Sabina.
Oh, the Nosferatu soup has demon in it, so we need to we need to exorcise the whole thing.
Wonderful.
And by exercise, I mean douse it in holy water. Hopefully that makes it go away because holy water makes us go away. And holy water, I would hope, makes demons go away. Because as bad as we are, I don't think we're demon bad.
Where's she taking it? Is she taking it to a priest?
Oh no, we're not taking it. The bowl is actually like sitting on my table.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sabina
oh,
didn't have the
yay.
bowl.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I
it's like
thought she
right
meant
over
that.
there.
Okay.
No, what
Oh.
we are not. I don't know who her priest is, but this is still a kindred and a masquerade and all of that. We are taking it to
What masquerade?
the.
This is Dark
That's
Ages.
something that that's something that that term might not be used, but it still is
A thing.
No, it's not referred to as the masquerade, but yes, I know. What
No.
you mean.
Yeah, there's another term for it. Because the Inquisition was the 1200s.
Yeah.
It
So
extended for a very long time.
yes, we are
The
taking
masquerade.
it
The
to
term masquerade probably comes from French vampires, so there's probably something similar that the Italians use.
Yeah, we are taking it to under the only place I could think of that was we were going to be able to get to have privacy and be uninterrupted, which is that place underneath the fountain.
Okay. That sounds good. Are we doing that now?
Yes, that is the plan. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay,
Thank you, by the way.
of course.
You gave me the kick I needed.
Oh, I knew what you were talking about. Yes, I know.
Okay.
Do you want to carry the bowl of demon vampire, or should I?
Oh, I'll carry it.
Okay.
She very carefully carries it.
Don't spill.
Just shoots you a look.
I mean, you can spill. I would just suggest you wait until we get outside of the complex to spill.
Does holy water hurt vampires?
I don't know.
I
I
think
don't
Yes.
remember
I
seeing.
think it only hurts vampires if the wielder has true faith.
Yeah.
Yes. That is what
Okay.
Yeah, like it has to be holy water created by true faith. Like it can't just be
that is
a
what
random
Anais
priest
was
going.
asking.
It can't just be a random priest going, "Here, I bless this water. Now it works." No,
Correct.
it has to be a true faith wielder that can imbue water with holy power.
Yep. That is what she was asking Sabina at that particular point. Do you know assuming that actual holy water was going to be in the mix, which is going to be hilarious when we get down below the fountain.
The thing is, not even all regular priests have true faith. Like
No,
it's
no,
the
not even
exceptionally
all.
Especially
Probably
not
like-
in Renaissance Rome.
Try like there are the ratio of
Alright.
priests to true faith, priests is less than vampires to people,
So yeah,
Yeah,
which
Sabina,
is 1 in a
you
million.
go to
Yeah.
you go to a church, you buy some
Mhm.
holy water. It's available
Yep.
for money,
Yep.
because obviously the priests in the city are going to make a profit off whatever they can. And you meet up with the others at Trevi Fountain.
Yep.
Yep,
I have it.
wonderful. Let's go down.
you splash some water on it.
Yeah, you go down to the Trevi, you get down into the city of water. You set the
Mhm.
bowl up.
Water that has heard a prayer.
You pour the holy water into the bowl.
Water that is heard of prayer.
It's homeopathy.
I don't know if this
Uh,
helps with this, but Sabina absolutely believes in this.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Does not help.
Do you have
All right. I figured I'd mention
Do
it.
you have any supernatural traits that cause you to react to things like garlic and the like?
Garlic, yes.
Yeah.
Nothing else. It's just
You're
garlic.
you're repulsed by garlic, but you don't
Yeah.
have the
Yeah, it's just
the true
garlic.
believer flaw.
No.
So I pour it on.
Mhm.
I expected there to be some sizzling or bubbling. I'm going to try to focus on, like, I have awareness.
Yeah.
Does it still give that oogie feel?
Give me wits and awareness, difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3?
Uh-huh.
It's very easy to sense this. Yes.
I'm going to laugh if I fail.
It's gonna laugh at you.
Nope, 1.
With 1 success, you're pretty certain this is just normal water.
Eyes like right on the corner of the edge of the eye. Just a little twitch. Sabina, is this actual, like, holy water, or is this like, where did you
Store
get
brand
this?
holy water.
I got it from the church. Down that I'll indicate
Yeah.
that direction.
Father Rosario.
My father blessed it and handed it to me, and
Father Rosario's
Sabina,
discount holy water.
Father Rosario is one of the least holy men I have ever met in my life, priest or not. You just bought how much did you pay for water?
Oh, definitely. It was definitely at a markup.
Do I need to go get us holy water?
Do you know
Do
any?
you know a priest?
I
Do you know
don't know.
anyone
Do
with
I know
actual holy water? We're in
Yeah,
Rome.
because you know,
There should
you
be
know-
I
someone
feel
here
like-
with true faith. We're in
Someone
fucking
the head of the
Rome.
Borgias is going to be the Pope.
A Templar, probably, to be honest.
find
the whole
someone
thing.
in Vatican City.
Stop talking. Please, please stop talking, Sabina.
Then do I know someone that can get us holy water?
Sorry, Bara.
Go ahead and give me intelligence and theology. Difficulty 6.
Hey, I don't think I have theology.
That's what I do. Do
Oh, two
I
successes.
potentially
You
know?
can make a roll too.
There we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on just a second. All right. Standard difficulty?
Yeah, diff 6. Mm?
Okay. Where's my theology? And you said intelligence or wits?
Intelligence and theology.
Okay. Also 2.
Both of you are thinking, like, yeah, Rodrigo should be able to get you some, maybe. But as far as like places where you could get, yeah, go ask the prince. As far as like places where you could get holy water, you're pretty certain that it would probably have to be one of the fountains on like a saint's graveyard, on like a saint's grave, or you don't know, like you haven't heard of anybody working miracles of true faith in Rome. Like, so the best bet would be to test water over the grave of a saint or the Templars. The people that the only people that you can think of that would know that true faith is important to their goal. So the highest percentage of people with true faith in the city is probably among their numbers.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get real holy water. Anyone
You
want
do
to come
that.
with me?
I will stay here and guard the goo.
Okay. Bina,
Do you want me to come with you, or I
Would
can
you-
stay here or go with you?
you're fine either way. I'm asking if you would like to stay or go.
I'll stay here.
Okay.
Well,
Portia will go off on her own.
as Luciana goes off on her own to try to
Sabina,
find
you
some holy
should
water.
go.
No. I want to run
No,
into. I want to run into Luciana on her own.
Yeah, no, I kind of
No,
want to see how
I
this
want to be
plays out.
clear. I want to be clear. Anais doesn't give a shit. I want to be clear. This isn't for Luciana's safety. This is for Sabina's safety.
I love that. This is my favorite scene so far. The whole series. Are you going with Luciana then, Sabina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luciana's already left. I feel like
So
Sabina probably catches up.
we can juggle a little bit. It's fine. So Sabina and Luciana head out, and that's where we're gonna go ahead and take our break for the evening. So those of you that are watching live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. Remember, when we take our break, you take yours. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're back. A dinosaur story.
A dinosaur story.
So,
A demonic dinosaur story.
That makes it
No, not demon
fun.
dinosaurs now too.
I mean, what
That's
else?
actually pretty cool
What
though.
else would you refer to a Macaulay as?
Crocodile where in the sewers and a demonic dinosaur under the Trevi Fountain.
So having successfully found your juice box, Hyacinthus, you are, I assume, rejoining however much for your coterie you can find.
Yeah, I'm gonna prioritize Kara and Vina because they are not at the house.
Cara and Vina, where were you guys heading after you left the
Luciana's.
I was saying back to Luciana's.
So halfway there, we'll say, the three of you connect.
Hey, Quintos. We paid the site a visit.
Do you learn anything?
A few things, possible leads, and confirming that all of our concerns are consolidating around the Templars.
Makes it easier to prioritize.
It is mildly concerning that it seems as if the Templars are important to our Bali's intentions. Otherwise, it would be strange for our crocodilian hunter to consider slaughtering a group of them to be setting back his plans.
It does mean we're learning something.
It does. There is still much that is obscured left to be learned.
There is a smell we need to be on the lookout for. I don't know how helpful it will be or how discernible it will be within the confines of the city. But there
What
is a
smell?
specific oil that is used for taking care of leather armor. I smelled it, and I believe it had to have masked itself after the gore and violence.
Interesting.
I agree.
Vina, you actually realize as you're explaining this to Hyacinthus, you realize you can smell it still.
Am I smelling it off of Hyacinthos?
No.
Okay.
You realize you never lost track of the smell, which is why you weren't thinking about it.
There's the point where Vinny goes, he's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah. She does just very, very calmly clear her throat, slide her hand further up her staff, and just poke a finger into a protrusion of metal. And whip around 180 just to. She's actually just gonna basically pirouette in the middle of the street to get a look around.
Give me perception and alertness difficulty 7.
Can I apply my Auspex here?
Yeah.
1 success.
You don't see nothing pops out visually, but the smell is strong enough that it's originating somewhere nearby. You just can't quite pinpoint it.
Any chance I can roll to figure out what's going on?
Yeah, as soon as you see Vina like spinning around, you can also make a perception and alertness check difficulty 7.
If I may, I have a gift for this. Or a discipline, technically.
No, just the one.
I would like to use aspect of the beast for nose of the hound.
Okay. Hi, Kentos, you smell the leather, you smell the oil as well, but you're likewise not quite
But I
able to
don't know where.
pinpoint where it is, yeah.
Excellent.
With 4 successes,
Uh,
now that you are out, or was that just activating?
I was just activating it.
What does it do?
And then that allows me to make -2 difficulty to perception rolls involving scent, and allows me to track by scent alone.
Okay, so then it was difficulty 7 now, so that would make it difficulty 4, or sorry, difficulty 5.
Motherfucker!
You just needed one. You just
way they
needed
beat them-
one.
I mean,
Yep.
it is 3 dice. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And I did get one. I also had a 1 in there.
you can smell the leather,
You should
but
have willpowered.
it's so diffuse. The smell is so diffuse that you're not able to pick a direction. If you were able to like narrow down a direction, you'd probably be able to track it, but it's not strong enough.
Her nostrils flare, and she sort of takes in the scent. It's not coming from a single direction, at least not yet. Do you know where it came from, either of you?
Assuming we don't.
No, not you're not
No.
able to tell. You're getting it. It's nearby, but no idea specifically where.
It is nearby, but can't discern exactly what.
Is it time to wander around and look for this? It feels like it's time to wander around on the area because it's nearby.
Shall we split up or
Stay close.
Considering what this thing is, I don't think any of us wish to be caught in close quarters alone with it.
So wander around in different directions, but staying close enough that we can get to each other. And
Right.
do a search roll.
Yeah.
Roll what?
So that will be perception investigation. Difficulty 6.
I definitely have points in investigation. I don't have points in investigation. Does Auspex
Fucking
have?
Auspex will not help in this particular case.
Okay. Investigation. I assume that this is a knowledge thing. I cannot will myself to do better at it.
You can in this case.
I'll use a willpower.
I will also use willpower.
Is
So
hey,
4 successes from Hyacinthos.
hey! I rolled 3 dice and they all went good.
2 from Vina, who's the only one that actually has the skill in question. All right. So yeah, the 3 of you sort of split into different directions. Kara, as soon as you like step slightly further away, you lose the scent immediately.
Yeah, so not that direction then.
Not that direction.
You
Hyacinthos,
learned something.
Hyacinthos, you maneuver around, and you the scent smells like it has been circling you as you move. And you're not quite sure what to make of that. Vina, you also get a sense that the scent has been circling you. But it's nowhere near you right now. Like it's been circling, but it's not immediately near. Kara. You've lost the scent entirely, which is why it's slightly surprising when a voice calls out to you from one side. Hail, Valkyriar.
Turns and looks.
You're looking to one side, you see a humanoid figure. How tall are you?
She is information. She is 5'10".
Very slightly shorter than you, about 5'8". Off to one side, wearing wearing a long black cloak with a sort of a plague doctor's mask on, the long bird beaked mask. Hands are up and visible, showing not wielding any weapons, but you do see that there's a pair of falcata on either hip.
You know me by sight.
I am a particularly long-traveled individual.
You have the look of one.
I noticed that you and your coterie are looking for me. So I thought I would save you the time.
Among others. Would you happen to be the warrior who has been rumored to be in town?
That I would be. You may
It is
call
an honor to meet one of your esteemed cast.
You may refer to me as Zenon.
I am Kara.
I take it you have seen the handiwork of the two I hunt.
Both of them, then. We had been suspecting that you might be after what the work is that which I recognize as one of the demonologists, the Bali.
He doesn't give you a confirmation. He just says, I am hunting a pair whose rivalry has unfortunately brought the city into danger.
The other one we suspect to be a shifter.
Do Vina and Hyacinth notice this at all?
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're far enough away that if Kara were to call out loudly, you'd hear her.
Yes.
But you're following the scent, which seems to be leading you in different directions.
Fair.
Kara, you note that you do not smell that leather smell right now.
Yeah. The scent of armoring leather. You use it as a track.
I use it so that those who are particularly nosy have something to follow. That is not me.
Interesting. Well, I am sure the powers that be that attempt to waylay my intent would be more satisfied were I to kill you, but frankly, I have no quarrel with you.
I have no quarrel with those who run the city.
They see you as a danger, but then they see both of our kind as a danger in the entirety.
I am unsurprised. And should they stray onto a more sinful path than they are currently on, then I will become a danger. I confess this freely. But for the moment, I have much more dangerous targets. So, you hunt me to stop me? To commune with me?
I simply wish to take your measure.
Well, as much as I would be grateful to give it to you, unfortunately, my business keeps me from engaging in distractions of that nature.
Well, in any event, I begin to see the outline of fate that has drawn me to this city, and I suspect that I will not be able to escape encountering you again. Should you need my aid, you may call upon me.
Should your coterie wish to communicate with me, You may leave a missive. There's an apothecary near the Colosseum. You may leave a missive for Zenon, and it will get to me.
What is the name of this apothecary?
There's no name, and he'll give you a general location. It's very near the Colosseum.
Very well. Good hunting, Zenon.
And you as you sort of nod and look down at he gets to write it out for you. As you look down at the bit that he's written down and look back up, he's gone.
She will pocket that, hide it away inside of her armor. And then she will step back out onto the street and whistle sharply.
Tiger does
Go
midnight.
check
You can
on her.
whistle. Yep.
I did not find our reptilian friend, but I found something more important. The warrior. Apparently, I was very correct in that all of our things are converging upon the Templars. The warrior seeks the two that rival. They are his prey.
The Bali and the Spartan.
Indeed.
Then I have no quarrel with the Salubri.
Neither do I.
The Cyclops works towards the same endeavor as us. They are allies.
Indeed.
Or this one is an ally.
I find little quarrel with them in most cases, though, to be fair. I have never let my indulgences run rampant enough that one of them would see me as a threat.
Leash never best regarded on a case-by-case basis, as is.
It always will be. Some might be less tolerant than others. But in this particular case, Zenon is his name. And I have a method of contacting him should we need his assistance, and he can find me should he need ours.
I will let you keep that method in your own counsel.
I have no intention of sharing it.
It would be a breach of contract, I assume. Regardless, this is information we should disseminate to the others.
Indeed. Let us make our way back to Luciana's.
How did your... no, Vina doesn't know that you had a chat with her, does she? No.
No, just that he stayed behind.
No, because he did say out loud that he had to have a
Did
chat
say out
with,
loud?
with yeah, he said
Yeah,
out loud.
okay.
You did.
Because they said,
did
I
your-
couldn't remember.
Vina specifically said, "Do you want to come with me?" And you're like, "No, I need to talk to Luciana."
Not available right
How did your discussion with our benefactor go?
now. I'm interested to see what she will do next.
She's a rambunctious and interestingly motivated whelp.
She's wet behind the ears,
Very
and I'm
much so.
interested to see how fast she can learn.
I also seem to be overdue a conversation with her, but not where her father's guards can be nearby. I fear she might panic and call them down, and then I have to start a fight.
Then you and Hayakintos get to match.
All right. So the three of you head back towards Luciana's. In the meanwhile, Luciana, you and Sabina head back to your place. Are you just getting a servant and going, or what are you doing?
Getting a servant and something to put the water in and going.
Okay. Are you leaving any messages for anyone that might come looking for you?
She wasn't sure if they'd be coming back to her place or not, especially after what happened, so no.
Right.
You also didn't give us a place to meet if we had any information, though. So
Yep.
Well,
But she
I
should
mean,
have.
you did
Yeah.
actually, because you did indicate your place as a meeting place either
Yeah.
either at the end of the night
Yeah.
or at the beginning of the next night.
Yeah, so you did tell us to meet back here with
Okay,
information.
no, you are right. Okay, then yes, she'll leave a note.
What note are you leaving?
It says we are dealing with I don't know what to call it. The Nosferatu situation. We will be whatever that location is.
At the Trevi
Where
Fountain?
Trevi Fountain.
Trevi
Yeah,
Fountain.
the via, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Vicus Caparius.
Vicus Caprarius.
Yes.
Below the Trevi Fountain.
Okay. So yeah, then you and Sabina and a maidservant head towards St. Peter's Basilica. Kara, Hyacinthus, Sabina, when you get to Luciana's home, you receive a missive saying that apparently they're dealing with the remnants of the Nosferatu at Vicus Caprarius beneath the Trevi Fountain.
I have
feel
half a
that could've-
mind to continue pursuing our own lead.
I feel that they could have picked a better spot than the place where I occasionally sleep.
No.
Well, we know where they will be. If there is anything that we can pursue on the way there, we may as well.
I have taken to eavesdropping on the Templars throughout the city. Interested?
I stand out a bit.
I
But
thought
yes,
Sorry, what was that, Sally?
Avina said I don't. Which I think is actually 100% false. But
All right. We'll get to that in a minute. Luciana, you and Sabina and your maidservant arrive at the basilica, and at the square out front there is a fountain that you are pretty confident would meet your criteria of a fountain over the grave of a saint.
Okay.
How would you like to test the waters?
I'm sorry, did you say how would I like to test the water?
Yes.
Would you?
Okay.
How would you
Dip
like
a
to test the
toe
waters?
in.
Because you need to confirm if it's holy water. Otherwise, it's a waste of time.
Dip Sabina's toe in.
That's what she's here for.
so you grab a baby by the Achilles tendon, you dip them.
No,
No,
that's another Tuesday night.
That's
for
how
me.
you make Achilles. That's not how you.
I mean, it would be useful to have an Achilles.
the maidservant with us, is she a vampire?
No.
Okay.
you
so I
specifically
can't-
needed to not get a vampire so they could
Right.
carry the holy
No,
water.
No, you're right. I should have brought two though. I should have brought a vampire and a vampire.
I need,
I need
I don't know,
I need a
it's
vampire
really-
servant and a human servant with the same cadence of I need an old priest and a young priest.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be a bit of a scene to just burn a vampire here in the middle of.
Only for like a second. They'd be fine.
They'll get better.
I start shuffling around my bag. I presume I have like sample flasks, something like that. Like you need to like test urine color and stuff like that. I like a bottle, like a clear, like a glass bottle
Sure,
of something.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Put a drop of vampire blood in that, and maybe it'll work.
If we need to test if it works. We can see how the reagents react with each other.
Oh, I keep trying to call my character Davina. Luciana will prick her finger and after we get the water. Let's get the water first.
Your servant collects some water. Spend a
Okay.
point of blood to put it into a vial.
Yep.
And then you're mixing the two.
Yes.
Okay. You take the blood, or you have the servant take the blood, take the holy water, or take the water and pour it in. It kind of reacts the way it reacts
Baking
the way
soda and vinegar?
hydrogen peroxide reacts.
Ah, that's a fun one.
It just suddenly the clear water goes in, it begins to foam rapidly, and then you watch as the mixed water sort of goes to a pinkish, yellowish, and then clear, as it just sort of bubbles out, as the blood boils out of the flask, it looks like.
That's cool.
I'm thinking that means yes, this works.
Will this destroy the Nosferatu and not the demon?
Possibly.
I didn't want to. I
Sabina, what they are experiencing right now is pain I cannot even describe. If we could do this without killing them, that would be great. But we would also at least be relieving them of the pain and agony they are in.
yes. That is preferable.
And if you have another suggestion, I'm happy to hear it. But right now, this is what we have.
I don't understand why it is so imperative that the demon be removed.
She just stares at Sabina. Let's go.
Okay. It's gonna follow.
She will send the. Oh wait, no, the maidservant's carrying the thing. She needs that.
Well, I can carry it now
Well,
that
it's in a vial now,
like,
right?
yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
If it's sealable,
Yeah.
I can take
Sure.
it.
Dry
Yeah,
off
if
the
it's-
outside.
Yeah. If it's safe and sealed, then she will send the maidservant back.
Mhm.
It is unsettling to carry.
Okay. Fascinating.
It's that sensation of you're carrying radioactive material in a sealed casket.
Kind
Uh-huh.
of, yeah. Logically, you understand that it is safe, but your brain can't accept that fact.
Mhm.
Because it's fucking not. It's only barely safe.
But yeah, you head to the Trevi Fountain with holy water in tow. Kara, Ikentos, and Vino, if you're trying to eavesdrop on Templar on the way, go ahead and give me perception and alertness, difficulty 7. All specs will apply.
Perception and alertness. 7.
What was the difficulty again? 5, you said?
7.
7.
minus aspects.
7 minus aspect, so 5 for you.
All right. So as the three of you head towards the Trevi Fountain, the Templar seem to be gathering in specific locations, and so it's a little bit harder than normal to eavesdrop on them, Hyakintos. But as you're going, you do pick up a bit of conversation here and there. It seems like they are aware of the attack on their outlying watch post. You gather that they are aware of there being more than just vampires in the city. And that the timetable for their testing of their new weapon seems to have moved up. You have no idea what that necessarily means time-wise, just that it's going to be sooner than it was going to be before.
mean, they got attacked. It makes sense.
Also, it seems that at Vina, you hear that there seems to be a person of significance to the Templar Order that has arrived in town today. You don't get any identification as far as who that might be, though.
Just an important Templar.
Yeah, you get the what's the term? Hang on. Um. Uh, da, 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 da. Yeah, you get you. It seems like a marshal of the order has arrived in town,
Interesting.
which you're not certain what that is as far as like organizational hierarchy is concerned, but it is a title.
It sounds important.
Yeah, it's a title. So
like the dude who got hired 2 weeks ago isn't called the marshal.
correct. Or a marshal. It seems like there's more than one.
Yeah, a marshal.
Yes. So that's what you get on your way to the Cherry Fountain. But eventually, you all gather at the Cherry Fountain with information, a bowl of demon vampire, and a vial of holy water.
Yep.
I will note that Kara's intent is to wait at the door at the top for Luciana to arrive, assuming that they get there before her.
Roll me a D100, you and Holly.
Yeah.
Who arrives first?
27. I don't know if low is good here.
Close is good, which you did not get. So yeah, no. Luciana seems to have arrived first.
Okay.
If you were closer, within a certain range, then Luciana would have arrived second.
We have the holy water.
We tested it. It's the right stuff.
Wonderful.
Be
Well,
careful
yeah.
with it.
Oh, I have no intention of letting it touch me.
All right.
I hand over the vial.
Dump and step back.
There is an angry sizzling that comes out of the bowl as the holy water comes in contact with the flesh within. Doesn't seem to be burning it away, though. It's definitely reacting. Go ahead and make me a intelligence and theology roll, Ananias. And if the others have also come inside, or if unless I don't know if you're all waiting outside or coming inside, Ananias can also make this roll. Or sorry, Ananias. Vina can also make this roll.
I figured we were going inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if they got here before us, definitely going inside.
Okay, cool.
Well, if we got here before, then we're doing it now, and you guys aren't here yet.
Not like a great deal of time before.
Okay.
It would have been like Luciana arrived, and then Kara, and then the others arrived, like
Got it.
shortly thereafter.
What was the difficulty on the roll again?
Div 6.
6. Okay. Thank you. 4 successes.
Okay. You both can tell that there is certainly stuff happening, but you both are you are both. Unless I'm mistaken, Ananias, you are like functionally a priest of the Setites, like of like Setite culture.
Suppose.
Yeah. And Vina, you're a wise woman from the woods.
Yeah.
You both know that exercising a demon.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, exercising a demon doesn't require you to be Christian. It
Mhm.
just requires you to have a working knowledge of your faith whatever faith that is, to know what the exorcistic rituals are. The holy water is weakening the demon, but it's not enough by itself to get rid of it. You will need to exorcise it.
May I do
All
a
right,
thing,
I'm-
please?
Huh?
May I do a thing, please?
As I was, I like have a nail to my wrist and it look like I'm about to something. That depends. What are you going to do?
An old ritual to exorcise things from the body.
Hmm.
You
Though,
also-
by all means, I recognize faith for faith. Go ahead.
Working together will increase your odds.
Sure. Looks around at the group as a whole. Oh, fuck it. None of you care. And yeah, I will, because I mean, it is a vampire religion, basically.
Mhm.
I am essentially going to try. There's no mechanical aspect of this, I think, that works within the rule set, but use my blood essentially as holy water to
So-
further weakness. I'm basically trying to get set to scare this fucking this
Absolutely.
demon away.
So it's going to be both of you can roll intelligence and occult, difficulty 6. This is functioning as an attack on the demon's essence.
Okay.
You can spend a blood point, and we'll say the spending a blood point will add an extra die to the roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like
If
to.
I spend like, I think I can spend up to 4 per turn.
However many you can spend per
Um,
turn, we'll add extra die.
Yep, I can spend 4. So yes, I just like rip my forearm just open, and I will spend 4 because I'm full right now.
I don't. I am 10th generation. I don't think I can spend a terrible amount.
1.
I think
Yeah. Okay.
1 or 2. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure. But botch.
Not a botch, because you got
Not a
you
botch.
Get, you get a 10.
You do have
No,
a
there is a
success in there.
success in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
But
The
you,
fact
You
that it's
said
green means it
intelligence
wasn't a
occult,
botch.
right?
intelligence and occult diff 6. This is an attack on its essence.
Hmm.
So you didn't do any
Willpower?
damage. You can spend willpower on this. You didn't do
I'm
any
spending
damage,
willpower
Vina,
on this.
but you did not botch, which is good because if you had botched, it would have jumped into you.
4 successes with willpower.
All right. So yeah, you both begin doing your individual. What does your ritual look like, Vina, if you have it in mind?
So Vina has she takes that staff and starts immediately carving circles into the ground. After she makes 3 circles concentric, and then in the middle starts etching in runes and makes sort of a the Viking compass basically. But once she gets to the center, she starts making a swirl out and then slits her wrist and lets blood flow.
Sabina,
Yeah.
as they begin their assault on the essence of the demon,
hmm
make me a. Because you don't see the reason for getting rid of the demon.
No.
Oh no!
Make
Oh
me a willpower
no!
roll.
All right.
This is
I am
be
gonna
fun.
hate murdering you.
This is off of permanent willpower or
Yes.
current? Okay. 3 successes.
There's a not a voice, but an impression in the back of your mind
Mm.
that says, functionally says, if you help me, I'll help you. You don't feel compelled by any of this. You're able to, your willpower is strong enough that it can't force you to do anything.
Okay.
But you get the sense that you could probably think at this presence to communicate with it.
Yeah. That's a very nice offer, but I don't know you. Who are you?
It tells you, it gives you the sense that it is something that was pulled here from its original location, not of this earth, and it was twisted and warped to be used by someone else, and it really doesn't like that.
How recently? When did this happen to you?
Days ago. It can, in exchange for you helping it, it doesn't come
Uh-huh.
empty-handed. It can grant you a wish.
Mm.
Whatever you desire can be yours.
Ooh. Okay.
Are you currently under an effect that has a very strong impact on what you desire right now?
Yes. Yeah.
Hypothetically, Luciana, how angry will this Shamasei be if their childer dies?
Want to find out, but we might.
How quiet are you? Because
You're
Sabina
the-
has like enough of a sense, like there's
You're-
been strong reactions to her, like asking questions about this. I don't want to. I don't want to be discovered to be doing this.
You're the only
basically.
one who noticed me.
Yes. I accept.
All right. Go ahead and roll me willpower difficulty 10.
All right. I don't think if I do the permanent willpower button, it
can-
lets me set the
You
difficulty.
can choose to fail if you so desire.
Oh, okay. I want to still make the roll just to see.
Okay.
I guess I'll just. I have one that's no. I guess I'll just roll this and we'll have to calculate whether I make any successes. So one in there.
Success. Not enough. All right.
Yeah, I figured.
So yeah, as Anais and Vina, as you are, go ahead and give me another intelligence and occult roll as you are continuing to exercise this demon.
I'm spending 4 more
I'm
blood
spending
points
a willpower and another blood
and,
point.
and willpower,
Go
yes.
ahead. Two successes, 2 more damage.
Motherfuck.
Three
Okay, so
successes,
that is
2
2.
successes. Yeah. So 5 more damage. Yeah. Yeah. No, you both push your rituals into this bowl, and there is a spark and a flash of just white fire that erupts from this bowl. Sabina, you feel something warm slither down your spine. And the bowl is clear. Everything that was in it was burned away.
Cleared away in terms of just the demon essence? Like, is there?
Oh yeah,
is
no, the vampire flesh is gone too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
It was burnt away by the holy water, and then the demon was shoved
Fantastic.
out by the exorcism.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Good.
In the back of your mind, Sabina, you just feel a reassuring presence, letting you know that they're still there.
Yeah.
Anais is looking slightly, just a little feral at the moment. She did
Okay.
just spend like 8 blood points in like 6 seconds.
Go and give me an intelligence and theology roll, both you and Vina.
Okay. 3.
And intelligence theology from Vina as well, diff 6.
Yep. I was looking to see if I already had a thing made up. 2.
Given the amount of power that you both put into that, given the amount of damage that you did to its essence, you figure definitely somewhere on the lower end. Like not a super powerful demon. It was definitely probably a demon summoned for a single purpose, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
But that was definitely you definitely did enough damage to have killed a demon of a given
Okay.
strength. It wasn't like too easy to kill.
Is the you sent the human servant back, right?
Yes.
She did not come down here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in need of a refresh?
I will be fine. I still have more than enough.
Sabina, as you're watching the ongoing, you get like sort of almost a picture in picture in your mind
Okay.
of a separate scene. You are on a cross street in Rome in the second vision. You're still aware of everything that's happening with the others at the same time as this. It's almost like everything slows down in the real world. And as you are sort of looking at this like cross street, a figure wearing clothes that don't make sense to you, that seems alien, sort of like seems to be made out of some sort of dark linen, but fitted in a way that you're not familiar with, kind of like armor, but not in a way that you're familiar with. Above table, wearing a black suit.
Yeah, wearing a modern suit.
Yeah. And the figure steps up and gives you a slight bow. And says without moving his mouth, "You can call me Mr. Crossroads." And given enough time to regather my energies, whatever wish you want will be yours. And that's where we're going to end for the week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.
Goodbye.